today we are at the Plants Alive nursery. Nice place to take photos, get them to grow really big. Pictum tricolor, they look like just a Monstera albo. Yeah, it was popular for a hot minute. That's really pink. This is one of my wish list plants, but and here you have the variegated ring of fire. I saved it for last. Go here to the restricted area.
We're gonna have a Halloween event.
Hi everyone, it's Marianne. Welcome to my Wishlist Live. So I'm here today at Plants Alive here in Silver Spring, Maryland. Last year I went to their A Night in a Nursery event, and I believe at that time they just recently opened. And a year later, they are now one of the best places to go houseplant shopping in the DMV area. So today I'm going to do an updated tour of their entire greenhouse. They had so many additions and new plants, especially rare plants since the last time I came in here. Also going to talk to the owner of Plants Alive, Chef KUSHNER, and I will ask him about the upcoming events here at Plants Alive because they also have events and workshops. They also rent out plants for events too. They actually started out as a plant rental business before they opened up the nursery last year. So if you're interested in renting out plants for your upcoming event, also hit them up and also just talk to him about plants in general. Hope you enjoyed the tour of the Plants Alive nursery. And again, if you're in the DMV area, go check them out. I'll leave their address and Instagram down in the description. Hi everyone, so today we are at the Plants Alive nursery and let's go check out what they have. And here we go. So they're open daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Let's start with this area. Oh, this is a unique one. This is a star cactus. I haven't seen one like that before. And this one is a little bit more green. That looks pretty. And over here you have an Echevarria Black Prince and some string of bananas and some string of dolphins. This one is pretty. And this one, I like this one because it looks like corals. Very pretty. And then your snake plants. They do have a wide selection of snake plants over here. So this one, what you usually find. And this one is the cylindrical fan. Oh, look at this ZZ plant. I think this is the same ZZ plant that was here when I first came a year ago, but now look at it. It is so huge. And a whale fin sansevieria. This one is pretty. I used to want one of these when I first started because I thought it was so unique. And even though if you have like a single leaf like this growing in a pot, it looks so good. And more snake plants on this side. Oh look, more whale fin sansevieria. I love this one. And then the moonshine sansevieria. And all of this. And this one's a more unique one, the sansevieria spiral, which they are selling for $45. And ooh, this one, I think it's a very coveted sansevieria right now. This variegated sansevieria. I don't want to break it, but this one as well, like the very Aurea variegated sansevieria, is very popular right now among sansevieria collectors. And this one is currently sold for $60, which I think is a great price for this size and this many plants. And this one looks like the moonshine sansevieria, but isn't. As you can see, it has that white variegation on the rim of the leaf, while the moonshine sansevieria doesn't have that. So this one looks really pretty too. And this one is $45 for this pot with this many plants. Again, a really good price. And then you have the ZZ Raven over here. Always a good choice. More cactus. This is the barrel cactus. And you have the autograph plant. I have one of these plants that I got a cutting off in Miami and actually grew into a plant. But this is such a great plant to have. And the leaves are very sturdy and thick, kind of like a HOYA leaf, so it could hold any markings on that. That's why it's called the autograph plant. And some more tall cactus. And this one is also very unique. And you got some Hoya publicalis over here. This one's really trellising a lot. Look at that one. You got a Monstera adansonii here. They have it staked up on a pole, which is awesome. I think for Monstera adansonii, I prefer them staked up because they're not really going to form these fenestrations unless they're staked up. They still will if you have them as trailing and hanging plants, but at least in my case, it's better when I have them climbing up because you could really get them to grow really big, kind of like this one. Really large Schefflera plant over here. Look at that one. Look, I've never seen one this big. Look at the size of that leaf. And ooh, look at this one. A ruby ficus elastica that is branching. So beautiful. And this one is for $158. Look at that. That is so huge. It's so pretty and so red and so pink. Because my ruby ficus elastica would have that red and pink variegation, but not as red or pink as this one. That looks so amazing. You got like the ficus plants, a fiddle fig. Always a good choice for me personally. Anyways, I do really well with fiddle figs. I know some people don't. And I think this one is the fiddle bambino or baby fiddle because the leaves are a lot smaller compared to this one. Ficus lyrata, you can see how large the leaf is. And this one grows it a little bit smaller. So if you want a fiddle but you don't have the space, I'd suggest go with the baby fiddle. And it could grow just as pretty, but don't take up the same amount of space. Here they have the Ficus Audrey and Ficus Altissima. Again, a great alternative to the fiddle fig if you want something more different. I do like the Ficus Audrey better, but I also like the Altissima. I don't think it's any harder care than the fiddle fig or easier care. Some people do have problems with the Audrey and Altissima. Some have better luck with this than the fiddle fig. I am fortunate enough that I don't really have any problems with either one. But if you're into ficus plants, definitely recommend the Audrey as well as the Altissima if you don't want the fiddle fig. And over here you have some Ficus elastica. I don't think this is the burgundy. This one is labeled as the Ficus elastica dwarf decora, and they're for $55. Yeah, I don't think this is the burgundy because this has a more green color and the leaf shape is a little bit more narrow. And you can look over here. This is a Ficus burgundy. You can see this one is a little bit more oval, a little bit more rounder compared to this one. And here is the Ficus triangularis. This is a very pretty plant, but I know a lot of people have trouble with this one because compared to the other ficus that I just showed you, this one requires a lot more humidity. And if you actually seen this in big box stores, you see them like pretty much half dead because they don't know how to take care of their plants in big box stores. But here, this is a greenhouse, this is a nursery. So as you can see them really thriving and really looking beautiful, and you can see them to this fullest potential. But some people have really good luck with this in their homes. So it just really depends on your environment and your plant parenting style, I guess. But these are beautiful plants. If you could take care of them, I would highly recommend getting one. And over here is a good old marble queen pothos. You could never go wrong with that one. And you have smaller Ficus Audreys over here and fiddles. I have a smaller Ficus Audrey. It's okay to start with this one because at least in my experience, they grow really, really fast. And if you're patient, you can wait for it to grow into tree, and they definitely will. There's some more beautiful fiddles. Look at that leaf. So healthy. No endema. Just great leaves. Look at that. Have you seen a fiddle fig leaf like that? Healthy. No markings, no bruises. And here we got some baby Ficus taniki. This one is $12.50. Very similar to the one that I got from the sale. Also for the same price. But look at that. Look how pretty that one is. And you got a larger one for $25. And you can also get the ruby ficus in a smaller size. And look at this parlor palm plant. Look how huge that one is. And how big this one is. I can't even fit it into the frame, but that's how big that is. Okay, let me go this way. See if you can see it a little bit better. But look at that. You would only normally see this size of parlor palms in botanical gardens, but they have it here. Okay, so oh, look at this one. I missed this while we were looking at the other side, but look how tall that one is as well. That's crazy. Here you got some more of that baby palm, ponytail palm. I keep saying parlor palm earlier, but you see here's the baby version of the large ponytail palm that we saw earlier. And over here you have some Hinduro. They're not the variegated ones. And as you know, I've been struggling with my variegated compactus. So if you want to get into the compactus and you haven't had the regular one yet, try taking care of this one first before going with the variegated ones. And here they have the Peperomia obscuria variegata, and this one, either the Wadii or the Kentiana, not exactly sure, but they have it here for $19. Again, I would start out with this one before going with the variegated one because I killed mine almost immediately when I got it. So just a warning over there, because Hoyas can be temperamental if you don't know how to take care of them. And they got some hanging Hoya carnosas and publicalis, I think. So this one I think is the carnosa. This one could be the publicalis or maybe just a regular Hoya carnosa. So over here. So because it is splashy, so I think this might be the publicalis. Not a Hoya expert, but I'm pretty sure the Hoya experts would know. Hoya carnosa. This is a really good pot of a Hoya Hinduro. Very healthy. And this one is just for $35. So if you're looking for a Hoya carnosa, get it here. And they have a really good pot for $35. This one, if you want this instead, and this one is $27.50. Got some variegated Hoya carnosas here as well. This one is the princess, and this one is the queen. Look at that one. And over here they have some baby birds of paradise for $22.50, and I think this one is also a baby bop, but not quite sure. It might be a banana plant. And up here is the bird sanctuary. Nice place to take photos along with a lot of birds in paradise in your background and the monsteras in your foreground. And here is their Monstera Deliciosa section. Look at all that beautiful fenestrated Monstera Deliciosa. And I am doing a Monstera series in the month of September. So I think it will start right after I shared with you this tour. So make sure you watch out for that one. And if it's already out, I would link it down in the description. But look at that fenestration over there. And look at this one too. Look how fenestrated this one. And this one is actually like double split. Look at this. It's already split, but it's split again over here. And up here you can see some Monstera adansonii as hanging plants. Like I mentioned earlier, I do prefer them trailing up or given a moss pole or a trellis to climb up. But as you can see, as hanging plants, they tend to put out runners like this. And as it grows longer, the leaves do tend to become a lot smaller. But if you like it as hanging plants, you can very well have them as hanging plants as well. Here are some aglaonemas. I think they're very underrated. And this one. This is a currently very popular aglaonema right now. People are actually like clamoring for this one and looking for this because of its more unique, very thin leaves, very elongated leaves. So, and I can see why, seeing it in person. It's really beautiful. And they're selling this one for $18. That's not bad. So you can get this one for $18 at Plants Alive. And they have some more aglaonemas over here. Aglaonemas are very underrated considering how many varieties they come in and many different colors. Look at that underside. So aglaonemas definitely need to have their moment in the plant community. Look at this one. That is crazy. Pictum tricolor who when you can get this one, right? Look how crazy that variegation is. And you got some more of the one that I just showed you earlier. Very pretty. Yeah, and this one you can get for $25. And look how white the stems are. And then you get this crazy variegation. Like, why people are crazy about the Pictum tricolor when there's this? That's crazy. Alocasias. Look at that one. This one's like, I don't know if it's juvenile or if it's actually colored like this. Very chartreuse neon color. I haven't seen an alocasia like that one. And have some more over here. And you got the bigger ones at the back. Here you have some micans, very large leaves. The Brazil. Look at this one. And you have philodendron. You got imperial green. And this one. Pretty. The philodendron imperial red. And they're only selling it for $45 for this large of a plant. That's amazing. Some more philodendrons over here. Here we have some Xanadu or Thaumatophyllum bipinatophyllum. Split leaf, yeah. This one over here is a Xanadu. This one is the Thaumatophyllum bipinatophyllum, sometimes also sold as the Philodendron celluum. Marble Queen pothos that is staked up, not as variegated, but the variegated ones really look beautiful. And if you could actually get them to be very big and fenestrate, they look like just a MONSTERA albo. And look at this Marble Queen pothos, like over here, smaller leaves, and then they decided to stake it up, and you can see the bigs getting larger and larger. I do wonder though why it's losing its variegation, because the bottom part is very variegated. But look at that. They can get really big if you stake them up. Here they have some more of the Marble Queen pothos. And here some neon pothos. And I could see like some variegation in some of them. Here you have glacier pothos, heartleaf philodendron, your classic golden pothos, can't go wrong with that one. More pothos up there. And some white butterfly syngonium. Peperomia, roja verde. And this one is also very popular, peperomia. People love that one. Crotons. People love them or hate them. I don't like them that much, I have to be honest. And you have the TRADESCANTIA and some begonias over here. Again, people love them or hate them. Not really particularly fond of them, but I know some people are crazy about them. TRADESCANTIA zebrina over here. Also sell pots and macrames if you are interested. And over here they also have a section for local vendors, and you can see like planters and gift items for sale, mostly planters from local vendors here in the DMV area. And here is the prayer plant section. Look how beautiful this one is. And this one is for $26. Very beautiful. If I would get a prayer plant, it would be this or this one. They're just so pretty. Even this one, but I heard people have problems with it, with the browning of the tips. But again, if you have the right environment and your plant parenting style fits the needs of these plants, go for it, because these are beautiful plants. Look at that one. This one too. And over here, we're entering the rare plants section, and there are many exciting plants here. I saved it for last, so make sure you are still tuning in because this is awesome. Like this one, the variegated banana. Look at that one. And this is one of my wish list plants, but I thought about it. It does require high levels of humidity, and I don't think it will survive in my care. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. But it's a very beautiful plant and definitely something that I would love to add to my collection in the future. Over here you have the Monstera Peru. Look at that. So this one is being sold for $175. I forgot what it is, but I know some people love this plant. It's not the Florida Ghost, but it's something. And this one, I think this is the Ring of Fire. Not quite sure. And some Hoyas. Not sure what kind of Hoya is that one. But over here, more Hoyas. Not sure what Hoyas these are, but I think it's the Sarawak. Not sure. Yeah, I think this is the Hoya Sarawak. Sold for $130. Yeah, so this one's like one of the larger leaf Hoyas. And you get that for $130. And this one is $60. Not sure what type of Hoya is this one. Maybe the Bella, the Matilde. I'm not sure. Not a Hoya person. Alba marginata something. One that was popular for a while. Yeah, the Macrophylla. Yeah, it was popular for a hot minute. And this one is the Hoya Carria Alba marginata. How could I forget? Yeah, I killed mine, so maybe that's why I forgot. But here you have some more philodendrons. I think this one's a silver sword. And look at this one. Very large leaves. And I think this one's the Sordoroi. Not really sure, but I think it is. So this one is the Mame, not the Sordoroi. Oops. But there's a bigger one over here. A bigger leaf. And that is the Mame. And you get the variegated burl marks over here. Florida Ghost. Look at this one. So this one is for $250. And this one, can't really see the price on this one, but it's one of the variegated alocasias. You got the Florida Ghost. I think it's just a regular one, but there's one that's variegated here, I think. Not quite sure. I got some more over here. And you got this Syndapsa Silver Lady. Smaller ones being sold for $175 over here. So if you're looking for a true Silver Lady and not an Exotica or Silver Splash, but a true Silver Lady, you can get it here at Plants Alive. Over here. And more alocasias. Beautiful alocasia. This one's the Pink Princess. See some, oh, like this one. It's that really nice pink variegation over here. And also in the new leaf. Look at that one. They have one here that's really, really pink. Look at that one. Monstera lectveriana. And it's for $135. One of the more rare Swiss cheese plant type of Monsteras. It would have fenestrated holes in the middle once it matures, kind of like of an Addisoni. And here, I think this is the Painted Lady. Not quite sure. It's being sold for $185. Looks pretty. And here you have the variegated Ring of Fire, Crystallinum at the bottom, Philodendron something. And here is a trailing Syndapsa Silver Lady. 96 degrees inside here, 55% humidity. So I'm sweating balls right now. But this is Alocasia variegated and another Pink Princess up there. And over here you got some Monstera albos. Look at that one. One over there as well. And over here, so this one is likely the variegated Domestica. everyone. So I'm here with KUSHNER, the owner of Plants Alive. He's going to talk to us about what are changes that have made since the last time we met. Because I know when I went here for the Night in Nursery event, didn't you just started this greenhouse?
Yeah, we started, it'll be a year Labor Day weekend.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty small when you were here. We probably
Yeah.
had about half the greenhouse
Yes.
full of plants.
Yes.
So since you've been here, the biggest change has been volume, but then just the variety of plants that we carry, which has increased dramatically.
Yeah, I was like telling them when I was doing the tour, like you only started about a year ago, but now this is kind of like one of the best places to go plant shopping in the DMV area. So since then, what services have you provided? Do you deliver plants now?
We're delivering plants. We're also shipping some plants. Our first delivery went to Newport News, Virginia.
Oh,
So
wow.
3 hours away, plus the one I told you about in North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
So we're putting our toe into that.
Oh, nice. And I know you've been also hosting events like yoga and additional Planned Parenthood workshops and plant markets.
Yeah, we have yoga. We have I'm teaching the classes. We have Jimmy's pottery. Jimmy Potters
nice.
comes
Yeah.
and teaches classes. That's very popular.
Ceramics, yeah, I was going to say ceramics is now getting more popular with houseplant people.
Also, he did something called kokedama, which is I didn't know
Yeah.
existed. You wrap the root ball in string and moss and stuff. So he's very creative. And he's enthusiastic, so that always gets a good crowd. The vendor events are huge.
Yeah.
We're doing those every month.
What type of vendors do you have?
Everything from dog food to like healthy drinks.
Okay.
Not necessarily plant related. They could be macrame hangers. It could be one woman made recycled plastics and things, materials to make aprons.
Oh, nice.
Plant related, but not limited to.
No.
Yeah. So whatever. If you're a local vendor, then we invite you to come out. So we'll definitely do one in September. We're going to have a Halloween event.
Oh,
which
nice.
again.
Okay.
So I think this one will be it'll be bigger only because of the volume of what we
Yeah.
have here, but
Yeah.
hopefully be better.
Okay,
So similar, it'll be a vendor event that day.
when it comes to plants, what are your best sellers right now?
These guys, the Bird of Paradise, MONSTERA,
Yeah.
and FICUS fiddly figs.
Yeah,
Are the big
I would
three.
say about the Birds of Paradise, I did a video on that and I called it Plant of the Year. And a lot of people really look for the Birds of Paradise. But what are your care tips for that one? Because I have to be honest, mine is kind of like struggling right now. Well, first it's my fault because I put it outside and the leaves burnt. But the biggest problem that I think I encountered with this was spider mites. So what do you think is the reason behind that and how to prevent it?
Well, as far as care goes, nice bright light, water when it needs it, which is probably, I don't like to give time frames, so it's probably a week to 10 days.
Okay.
And definitely don't put any of these plants out in the sun, they can burn. As far as spider mites, if a plant's been compromised, that doesn't help. Yours might have been compromised a little bit. But just keep an eye on it. In the summer, the insect population soars with the increase in temperature.
Yeah.
So whether it's spider mites, mealybug, scale, especially spider mites. So just keeping it clean, and keeping an eye on it, because it doesn't take long for it in this type of weather to get completely out of control.
And the monsteras and the fiddle figs are still very popular.
That and snake plants.
Snake plants. Yeah, I was touring it. You had like so many varieties of the
Yeah.
snake plants. Are there a particular favorite when it comes to the newer varieties?
Probably Laurenti, the most popular variety. But the snakes are fun because they're so easy to take care of, and they require zero care.
Yeah,
and
they're
there's so many
beginner plants.
Yeah, and there's so many different types.
Yeah.
So you have the tall Laurentis, you have the little,
Because I noticed you had like a couple of the silver variegated, white variegated ones that are really popular right now and people are looking for. So if you're looking for those, come here at Plants Alive. And with the ficus plants, it's still at the fiddle fig that's the most popular, or you're getting more traction on the Audreys and the Altissima?
well, the Altissima is definitely more popular. The Triangularis is very popular. Fiddly fig, yes. So having them in a smaller size has helped. Because the Audreys originally we only got in as trees.
Yeah.
So having a 6-inch pot is making it more popular. So, and they're easy to take care of. The Audrey is probably my favorite because of the way it dries out.
What are the plants that you're typically looking for right now?
Probably twofold answer. I always ask what conditions you have, and I steer them in that direction. So sometimes they'll come in looking for a particular plant. Most times it's kind of a general, this is where it's going to go. What do you think? The other is the rare plants.
So what type of rare plants do they ask you for? What are the popular ones?
Pink Princess is perennially popular. The Albo is very popular. We have it's hard to get them, so we sell a few of those. Philodendrons in general because they're just so easy to grow. We ventured out into, we have some Patriciaes and gotten some higher end, but Pink Princess probably still rules if I had to pick one.
All right, thank you so much, Jeff. This again is Jeff Kushner. And if they want to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
Instagram, probably the best, at Plants Alive. That's the best way to follow us.
Okay. All right, so thank you so much, Jeff, and thank you for sharing with us the updates at Plants Alive. So we're going to go here to the restricted area. So this is where you prop stuff mostly?
Kind of everything. You know, it's just a fun place to put things together, take things apart. For example, the jungle boogie plants we can't get a hold of very often. We propagate. We have a ring of fire over there. So we're working on plants that
Awesome. And I see you have the Hoya carrii over there.
Yep. Silver swords.
Some monsteras.
Yep.
Ooh,
this is our anthurium area.
Oh wow, those are large.
Luxurian.
And how much are you selling those for?
That's the magnificum there. You see the square petioles.
Oh, yeah.
That one is right now not for sale.
Okay.
We've had that for almost a year.
Oh wow.
And you see how big the leaves are.
Yeah.
RJ is very excited. The dragon scale, ALOCASIA. So same, yeah, medium light. It comes with a kind of heavy soil, so you want to soak it, and it doesn't take as. You probably water this guy every couple weeks.
So, and what are these?
This is the PHILODENDRON gloriosum.
Okay.
And they're doing
Those
very
are
well.
Very popular.
Yeah, they are. Yep. It's the fun area. This is our. You look over here where all the red tags are. These are our mother plants.
Okay.
So we've cut them back, and then we'll, as they grow, we use them again. Yeah, if you look over here behind you, see the.
Oh wow.
Cactus and.
Oh nice. Yeah, I can see.
Succulents. So yeah, we're getting pretty heavy into the propagating. And the whale fins down here, so it's just fun stuff. You know, now's the time that plants grow. It's a lot more difficult to do this in January and February. So you take advantage of the weather. All the succulents you see there, we're going to break up and propagate a lot of those. Yep, more mother plants. Begonia. Here's a night blooming cereus hiding the begonia. This is my special angel.
Oh yeah.
Right. The night blooming cereus. This guy's exploded with growth. And the burl marks. Again, philodendron, easy to propagate. You can see what starts out as a mother plant becomes nubs. That's the whale fin. And these will grow up and we do it again.
This one already has a baby over there.
Yeah, and here are the cuttings. So, was that, now it's that.
Oh, wow.
So RJ will do that.
So how fast does he grow?
It takes a few weeks for them to sprout out roots, maybe a month. And they won't grow on the floor for probably a couple months.
Okay.
We wait till you get some roots on them.
And over here, oh wow, so this is another one that is very popular right now.
Yep, variegated whale fin. Really pretty.
Oh wow, look at that one.
Yeah.
And it's a good price too, $75?
Yeah.
For something that is hard to find?
Yep. We try to keep our prices reasonable. Yeah. You know.
Some like rubber plants.
Yep. Neon philodendron.
Can't go wrong with those ones.
Yep. Golden pothos.
And your potting station over here.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed that tour of Plants Alive. And if you're in the DMV area, do go check them out and leave their address down below, as well as their Instagram handle and their website. Go check them out. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe. I come up with videos every week. And if you haven't yet, check out these videos up here until my next one. But until then, I see you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and each other. And have a wonderful day. Bye.